everybody, and welcome back to Honkai Star Rail. I turned the game way down because after recording the last couple of videos, when I was editing them, I realized the game was way too loud. Hopefully it's not way too quiet now. Oh, finding the right audio balance is hard, and then I'll like do a reaction or something and it makes me mess up my audio balance again. Anyways, so what are we going to do this time? I'm still recording ahead. I'm trying to record ahead more so that, I have things to, like, fill up days when I'm not posting normally, or, you know, when there are, like, interruptions in my schedule. And just, like, generally, so I have a bit of a backlog, you know? And also because,
haven of memories.
I'm really tired of being behind in this game on, like, side content. Anyways, so there is a mission right over here, so I do believe we're going to pick that up. Can't find that idiot Pooch anywhere. Your Majesty, I've never really been to the Golden Hour before, so I really don't know where he could have gone to. Worry not, I will help you find him. This city is a sprawling maze, though. Even my capital was not this vast. This is like finding a needle in a haystack. Do you have any other clues? Like places he might go? Your dog's gone missing? Huh? Dog? Oh, Idiot Pooch is just a nickname. It's a person. Who might you be? Your Majesty, is this a subject of yours? Who isn't my subject in Penacony? But I don't think I know this one. You're the Emperor of this place? How rude. The Emperor of Golden Hour. Her Majesty... I'm not sure how you say that. I apologize, hold on. I'm trying to think. Because this looks like... almost like an Aztec-inspired name, so I'm trying to think of what I know of that, how that might be pronounced. Tizocic? 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 I don't know. Stands before you. The family may not recognize her sovereignty, but in the hearts of her subjects, she is none other than the true descendant of the dragon. That you don't recognize your own emperor shows that your understanding of the Golden Hour is meager. No matter, if you wish to help as well, come with us. It's always good to have more helping hands. But I don't know her. Heed my words, Mr. Chenapon. Goodwill can be spread. Understood, Your Majesty. Kind soul, about the matter at hand. I saw a dream chaser from the I am a dream chaser from the Klimt Republic. Don't think I've heard of that. I am to negotiate a record deal with the Iris family in a few system hours. But that blister-brained business partner of mine went missing right after entering the dream. I was to meet him here to start negotiations, but he's nowhere to be found. Can't you return to reality to get him? I wish. That fool probably thought I'd be cramping his style. He refused to even tell me his room number, and if I don't know the number, the concierge can't help me contact him. He can't make a call? I did! I couldn't get through! His phone might be off, or he lost it. That moron is capable of anything. Can't ask the Bloodhound family for help? Ask the Bloodhounds? For such a paltry matter? Forget it. There is only one person in all of Penacony who would aid in earnest for such a triviality. Her Majesty. I'll just have to look around in the city. He must have run off somewhere to have fun. Not the first time... Isn't that the name of a Fire Emblem character? I apologize, I don't know how to pronounce this either. Ephraim? Ephraim? I'm gonna say Ephraim, that sounds more right. Not the first time Ephraim's done something like that. Why am I so dumb to trust him every single time? That unreliable fool. Enough, Mr. Chenopon. Your aimless anger will not change the present. And you really do need him, don't you? Your Majesty, you're right to admonish me. This fellow's still got some talent, having released several hit records. He's just obsessed with having fun and has no concept of time. How about this, Mr. Chenopon? You stay here and wait for Ephraim, while I look for him in those entertainment spots. My loyal subject, walk with me if you wish to help. I'm really sorry for troubling you, Your Majesty. It appears that this Ephraim is very much a fun seeker. Then I can guess where he has gone. Come with me. Alright, but before we do that, I just remembered that I am sitting on, wow, almost 2 full 10 poles for adventuring. Since we're so close, I'm actually gonna wait. I'm going to wait and see. Alright, where are we headed? Down here, naturally.
Can I drive it without a license?
Yeah, this makes sense. In the golden hour, if you lose contact with someone who is sunken into entertainment, odds are that person is stuck here. This is a house of criminal decadence? No, I think it's probably just like a casino or something. Oh! Never mind, it's a World's End Tavern. That makes sense, actually, because this is where Sparkle brought us. More or less. This place is a bar called the World's End. A depot of debauchery. For a second I was like, do I know how to pronounce that? Of course I do. A depot of debauchery for acolytes of elation. These believers will lure dream-seeking newcomers into the bar and egg them on to commit embarrassing acts in public. It's a form of lowbrow entertainment. She sighs, then immediately draws a deep breath, faces the bar entrance, and yells out. My cat is blocking the screen. Lady Greenham, come out here! You've barely recovered from startlement when you see a woman with a fawning smile sashaying out of the bar. Oh, if it isn't Your Majesty. Why didn't you call in advance? We haven't prepared for your arrival at all. Huh? What are you doing here? Wait, you know me? Who did you hear about me from? Sparkle or Sampo or Giovanni? Cut the chit-chat. There's a musician by the name of Ephraim from the Klimt Republic. You've seen him before? Oh, indeed I have. He stopped by to have a drink. He later got drunk and said he wanted to promote profound music on the profound planet of Penacony and ran out while singing a tune. We left him alone. It's because of you lot who egged him on anyway, yet you treat it like a joke. Where is he now? I don't know. Why not ask the others near the bar? They might remember. Ephraim was a drunkenly flamboyant character. He's not easily forgettable. That's all I know. Did you wish to know anything else, Your Majesty? You scoundrels. So be it. My words fall on deaf ears anyway. My business with you is concluded. You're dismissed. Lady Greenham dramatically curtsies, turns around, and ducks through the bar's door. Follow me to inquire from the folks nearby. A wildly drunk person would be hard to miss. Alright, I didn't think we were getting involved with the fools.
You've had quite a bit to drink.
Your Majesty, is there anything I can do to help? Did you see someone in a drunken frenzy? A drunken frenzy? This is the World's End Bar right here, is it not? There are plenty of them around. From what Lady Greenham said just now, this person should have been loudly singing on the road, and he sounded decent too. I did hear someone singing and came by to take a look, but when I got here the noise had settled down. I apologize, Your Majesty, that I couldn't be of help. Oh, stop it, and thank you. Let's go ask someone else.
It doesn't matter how much you drink.
Oh, if it's not Your Majesty, come out for a patrol again? Mr. Doromancha, I do hope you observe a little more respect for your Emperor. I'll be mindful of that in the future. Have you seen a really drunken person? Oh, I did. A man singing loudly on the road, and it wasn't all that bad either. I shouted for my friend to listen, but he was already gone when I turned around. I'd almost forgotten about it if you didn't ask. Anything can really happen in this dream. It's not really something to be flabbergasted about. Speaking of singing, how about we hit up a karaoke bar later, Your Majesty? Didn't you proclaim that you had Emperor-tier vocals? You gotta flaunt them a little to your subjects. Next time. I still have business to attend to. Sure. You do you. Your Majesty, it's been a while since you took a stroll here. This person with you is a kind soul who's helping out. Ooh, your dress is pretty. You're not the Emperor for nothing. Your propensity to attract kindness blooms evermore. She is a compassionate subject out on official business with me. Have you seen a drunken man nearby, singing loudly along the street? Oh, how unfortunate. I just entered the dream and didn't see a thing. It's all right. We'll ask someone else. Is there anybody else to ask? Ah, so there is. Oh, what winds have brought you here this time? I thought you detested such establishments of sinful pleasures. Who's this person? Your Imperial Guard? I doubt it's uncommon for an Emperor to have a retainer, is it? I am obviously here on business. Did you see a drunken man just now, singing loudly on the street? Singing? Of course I did. There was a drunken fool singing and accosting passers-by. He was taken away by the Bloodhounds. Detained by the Bloodhounds? This is going to be a little troublesome then. How much trouble could there be? Aren't you the Emperor? You'd just have to show your face and the Bloodhounds will release him, no? I'm sure I can have them acquiesce to this request, but I can't simply flout rules by abusing my authority. No choice then. I'll have to make an exception for this urgent matter. You really think the Bloodhounds recognize such a lame Emperor as you? That's hilarious. You really believe in your own act? Don't mind him. There's a member of the Bloodhound family over there. Let's go talk to him. It's a pleasure, Your Majesty. Is there something I can do for you? At ease. I wanted to ask, have you arrested a guest named Ephraim? I keep slightly altering how I'm saying that. Ah, yes, we did. That man was drunk on the streets, and the Bloodhounds kicked him out of the dreamscape. The family's public relations officer is currently interrogating him. So here's what happened. She explains to the Bloodhounds regarding his urgent matter in a few system hours. So, can you take my honor as a guarantee and release Ephraim early? I promise he won't do it again. This is too trivial a matter to be worthy of Your Majesty's guarantee. I'll inform the family's mansion to release Ephraim shortly. Thank you, my loyal subject. I will remember your aid. It is my honor, Your Majesty. I shall return to reality and see to this release. As for you, what's your name? Luke Skypatter. We'll just say my name. A fine name. I admire that. Well, since you've been accompanying me to perform good deeds, I shall reward you with a title. How about this? From now on, I'll knight you as the Grey Knight. Just like that? Of course not. I only reward those with goodness in their heart. Good-hearted people are a rare find. You need not accompany me out of the dream. I will go on my own. I'm always making rounds in the golden hour. If you run into any trouble, feel free to speak to me. Take heed, Grey Knight. It's easy to be bound in this dream filled with carnal desires, and it's easy to forget where one should go. She disappears. Ha ha ha! Congratulations, you're now a knight. Jealous? What's there to be jealous about? It's a fake knight title given by a fake emperor, and even has no fiefdom that comes with it. When she first started to call herself emperor, no one really acknowledged her. But she's done a lot more than just call herself emperor. There were many good deeds she performed, locating missing people and items, resolving conflicts, and even helping the family. As time passed, at least in the golden hour, everyone has been helped by her in some way, so they're willing to show her the courtesy of addressing her as Majesty. Yeah, I figured it was something like that. Do most people respect her? How do I put this? Although I don't know why she calls herself Emperor, she's definitely a good person. Look, the family's members theoretically should all be united as one under the banner of the Great One's teachings, but you inevitably can't dismiss the tinges of personal avarice within them. If it is so for the family, it is even truer for dream chasers like yourself. Not meant as a slight, no offense. None taken. Who would consider everything from their own perspectives and can't put themselves in others' shoes or would consciously ignore the interests of others. That's why everyone supports her. She's sincere, empathetic, and genuinely cares about others' interests, always putting herself in their shoes. As Her Majesty said, good people are a rare resource in our time. It's getting late. I'll need to continue my rounds. See you around. She should have picked him up by now. Let's go back to our meeting point. Alright. Can do. Do I want to go back on foot? Yeah, it's not too far. You dunce, why aren't you thanking Her Majesty? Thank you, Your Majesty. If it weren't for your generous aid, our business would have been ruined. Mr. Ephraim, firstly, I'm not the one who you should be apologizing to. Secondly, rather than an apology, I feel that Mr. Chenapon would much rather have your promise. I'm sorry. I'll never slack off during work hours again. I'll let it go this time. I'm used to it. However, I've placed my own honor on the line to get you out. If you return to your old ways, it'll be a slap in my face. Understood? Understood. Absolutely. I promise never to do it again. It's getting late. You two should prepare for the negotiations. Now that I've finally gotten you out, you should return to your business. Thank you once again, Your Majesty. We will return to the hotel to prepare for the negotiations. See you next time. Wishing you the best of luck with this deal. She is very pretty also. Dude, the NPCs in this game are, like, gorgeous sometimes. You've come, my Grey Knight. With our efforts, these two young men finally got their business settled. It's all thanks to you. As an emperor, it is my duty to help my subjects with their problems, and there's no credit to be taken. Head out there and do some good. You'll definitely find an avenue for your talents. Let me think. If you're you're good at fighting, are there any good deeds that are more suited to you? Oh, there is! I've always been running into this group of people. Never mind, it's nothing. You met a bunch of guys, then what? No, it's not something major. I've always emphasized the importance of peace and avoiding conflict, but those guys at the World's End bar are a little hard to shake off. She stiffly changes the subject and begins to talk about her battles with the masked fools, as if she wants you to quickly forget about the subject that she regretted bringing up in the first place. Since then, Lady Greenham has bent her knee. You see, today I called for her and she came right out. Oh, hello, Clocky. Tick-tock, over here, quickly! What's wrong? Why are you glancing around? I have some urgent matters to attend to. Let's talk later. Okay, speak soon. Hey, Clocky. Tick-tock! There's something wrong with the Emperor. My instincts tell me that she's in some sort of danger, but she refuses to tell you. Is she being threatened? If only it were that simple. She must be missing something. It must be because she's missing something. That's why she refuses to ask you for help. We need to get to the bottom of this. It's the only way we'll be able to keep her out of danger.
Spare the formalities, noble one.
You're back, Grey Knight. Is there something you need my help with? Or perhaps you would like to chat? Try reading her inner thoughts. She clenches her teeth and furrows her brows. She seems to be going through an inner turmoil with a fury that hasn't surfaced in years. Huh? What's going on? I feel... You've arrived just in time, Grey Knight. I need to ask you for a favor. I've always considered Penacony was, at the very least, a civilized place. That at worst, there would be meager riffraff who disrespected the Emperor. But these days, there have been a bunch of unruly hooligans who assaulted me time after time. Benevolent as I am, I refuse to stoop to their level, but the more I think about it, the more seething I become. Each time I'm alone, I would be attacked by those scoundrels. There have been a few times when their attacks were even fatal, waking me from the dreamscape. How is this any different from regicide? And now I'm starting to worry that those thugs may be plotting to end my life in reality. Grey Knight, I am aware of your skills in combat. Will you help me rehabilitate these ruffians? Sure, who are they? Where? No clue. I really don't understand. I've devoted my lifetime to being good. Why would disgruntled subjects be trying to hinder me? I have a plan. They usually wait till I'm alone to ambush me. In just a bit, I'll pretend to be alone, and you hide behind me. When those assailants appear, we'll arrest the lot of them. What if they flee? Then at least help me identify their faces and then report them to the Bloodhounds. Let's do that then. I get angrier the more I think about it. What wrong exactly have I done that I am relentlessly hounded by these scoundrels? Let's go to a quieter place. We'll see if they take the bait. You know, so I was doing the anniversary thing, and one of the things it shows you is, the spot is usually quite deserted. I was ambushed by them here once. Grey Knight, look for a place to hide. If I'm ambushed, that's your cue to capture them. But, one of the things it shows you is what, thing, like what, oh god, I'm blanking on the word. The events, that's not what they're called, but which events you get most often in Simulated Universe, and the one I get most often is Tavern. The fools won't leave me alone. Okay, hide behind here and don't move. I'll go fish for some baddies. Oh ho ho, how dismal. The loyal retainers who patrol with me are busy today. All of them. It's good that they're keeping busy, though. Busy is good. Alas, I'll have to make the rounds all by my lonesome self. Good thing Penacony's a super safe place. So safe that you won't even run into danger walking down a dark alley alone. So very quiet and no family members on the streets. So different from the hotel premises. Your Majesty, help, I'm stuck in the phone booth. Who's calling for help? Stuck in a phone booth? How careless. Hold on, I will be right there. She runs out of your line of sight in an instant, probably forgetting that she's still in dire danger. Oh boy. Why did she suddenly run off? Gotta hurry and keep up with her. If she was assassinated right under my nose, I'd totally run the Nameless's repute through the mud. Still, I don't think that should be our concern here. Man, she ran far. Oh, huh. Do I have to talk to this guy to be able to do this? You can't have forgotten. Even soulless livestock would not forget such an atrocity. Illifen, calm down. We're executioners, not bandits. But, Swanga, how can she have forgotten everything and lived life like nothing happened? It's probably just as we feared. After coming to Penacony, she made a deal with the family's upper echelon and sealed her past memories away. Even after so many ambushes, after assassinating her so many times, she still can't remember at all. This is more distressing than anticipated. Gentlemen, I really do not know what you are talking about. I don't remember what I did that made you so vengeful. You must have mistaken me for someone else. Do you really think you're some hotshot emperor? How about I kill you again and we'll see if you've really forgotten? Let's calm down and discuss this. Illifen, stop. Miss, this has nothing to do with you. Please leave now, as it's in everyone's best interests. I can't stand by and watch someone die. It's not like it's a real death. It'll just give her a jolt. Maybe she'll remember what she did, and that's all. Swanga's right. We're not bandits, but we do have something we need to do. Sorry about that. Hi.
I underestimated you. Bloom.
Don't worry, it's just a script.
Can I have fun this time? Time for fun.
Let's begin. Yep. Let's settle this.
Destined for oblivion. I weep for the departed.
Rondo
It too shall fall.
As soon as you get that burst off, everything just dies. Don't run. I can still fight. Forget it, Illifen. Stop. Any more and we'll alert the family. Grey Knight, please stop. You there. It's not that I revel in forcing your hand, but you will explain once and for all your repeated ambushes on me. Profanity. Looks like you really don't remember a thing. What exactly do you want me to remember? Your crimes! Spill it, now! Stop beating around the bush. I know it's really annoying to do this, but she must recall her own crimes, or else it won't matter even if we bring her back. It's because of the accursed arm of the law. You seem really mad, dude. But if it weren't for that accursed justice system, I am stumbling over my words today. You would be no different from her. My memory's pretty good. I've never forgotten anything, nor will I. Where were you born? What sort of idiot question is that? I was born in... I do have some memories. No, plenty of them. That feel like they didn't exist before. I only remember I am an emperor governing the citizens of Penacony. But where did I come from? When did I become emperor? I truly can't remember. Those memories were too cruel, even for someone like you. After fleeing to Penacony, you asked the family to seal them off. Grey Knight, I'm in a conundrum. Should I be finding those memories? Then at least I'll be clear why these ruffians hate me so much. Hey man, I barely know you. That is not a decision for me to make. You decide for yourself. She does not get a choice. She must find her memories. I should find my memories, especially if in those memories are buried heinous sins that I've committed. That's because you're a good person. Yes, I'm a good person, and good people must face their evils. It looks like Penacony has indeed changed you. It's a pity that... Never mind, I'll drop it for now. If your memories have really been sealed by the family, then I don't know how to retrieve them either. It's a dead end. If the family did it, I have an idea. You do? What idea could you possibly have? Hello, cat. You are from the Astral Express, yes? I've heard that you can do the impossible. I trust her, Illifan. Now, it's up to your skills, Nameless. How about you? Do you agree, Emperor? Yes, please help me retrieve my memories, Grey Knight. We can never escape our own past, for better or worse. You got any items that have to do with her past? An item to do with her past. Let me think. How about this? Try using something that is connected to us. It is her past, after all, that created the present me and Illifan. This is a part? This is a piece of the community center in Pazdrak City. What? Where's that? You beast! Does Pazdrak truly mean nothing to you? It means nothing to me either. I don't know where that is. Illifan, enough! Nameless, if this old part can let you do your thing, we'll leave it to you. Components from a certain ruin. Once you're ready, please help me retrieve my memories, Grey Knight. We can never escape our own past, for better or worse. Let me help. This is very much not the kind of team they want me to be using here. But with Silverwolf and Acheron, anything is possible. Hey, Grey Knight! Grey Knight! Stop standing there in a daze. Grey Knight? What's going on? Are you asleep? This is Bellabog. Who are you? Stop giving me a fright. Are you out of your mind? I am your most beloved Poopsha Empire... Pupsha? Poopsha? I don't know. Empire's princess. Why has your majesty turned into a child? Your majesty? You want to lose your head? You call the Emperor your majesty. I'm a princess, so you will address me as your highness. How many times have I told you not to get the titles wrong? Why can't you remember? Bah! You knights risen from common lineage are excellent in everything but etiquette. Your Highness? looks like these are her sealed memories. She's an actual member of the Empire?
Snap out of it! We're off to the florist.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it makes sense that they wouldn't make an entirely new map for this, but yeah, this is Bellabog. Hold on, I wanna...
Great night, where are you going? Stop dawdling!
This is Bellabog, except with a fancy sports car. Instead of the trams. Why is it like right on the track also? Not on the track exactly, but oh my god, girl. I've had so much homework. I've made an appointment for the florist to only cater to the both of us. For your highness to visit our humble shop, we are splendiferously honored to host you. And for you to specially make this trip, all you had to do was make a selection of your favorite blooms, or your favored blooms, and I would personally deliver them to you. Excuse me. My lowly shop is not worthy of your glorious presence.
It was just an excuse to come out for a stroll. You probably don't know. We Imperials rarely get any opportunities to leave that labyrinthine hellhole.
In any case, please call on me if you wish to buy anything, Your Highness.
My older brother has ascended to the throne for more than 2 years, and our relationship has grown distant. If I gift him with spindle blooms that he used to love, I think he'd be happy.
We have plenty of spindle blooms in storage. I'll fetch as many as you wish. It's just, spindle blooms are bargain bin flowers for commoners. To present them to His Majesty, would that be somewhat...
It's fine. Spindle blooms will do just fine. Even if he's the Emperor, he's still my older brother. No one knows him better than I do.
Your wish is my command. I will prepare the arrangement immediately. Please wait a moment.
Take your time. We aren't in a hurry anyway. The gift of flowers is mainly to let my brother think I'm still his naive younger sister. That will make the discussion of many future matters much more amicable. Giving him some flowers to cheer him up, and maybe he'll be willing to lift the tax levies on those poor folk along the frontier star districts.
You're really too naive.
No, I'm not. I just want His Majesty to think I am. One must know the reason to move the heart. Those high officials have done this sort of thing before, but none was able to move him. It probably wouldn't work either to verbally spar with him using facts and reason. In the realm of governance, even children have their own weapons. They don't lie, plot, or vie for power. Or at least that's how everyone thinks of them. So when I skip in with a huge bouquet of spindle blooms, crying and wailing to beg him to remove tax levies, no one will think that it's an issue of governance, just an innocent desire of a little girl. If the scenes reach that stage and His Majesty still refuses to soften those people's hardships, the resulting pressure will surely be excruciatingly torturous for my silly older brother. And I know him. He may not care about the people, but he cares about what the history books will write about him.
You've got some guts, girl.
I was born into imperiality, after all. Just putting what I've learned and heard to practice. Where's the shop owner? Is he planting seeds or something?
Your Highness! Your Highness! Grey Knight, you must take Her Highness and flee.
Lieutenant Chaput? What's wrong with you?
It's a coup. Your second sister wants to usurp the throne. His Majesty has been assassinated.
What? Second sister? She killed...
Grey Knight, run! Take her with you. That mad woman will exterminate all successors to the throne. Hurry! The lieutenant musters all his strength and yells at the top of his lungs, then coughs up blood and stops breathing.
This... what in the world happened? I don't get it. I really don't.
Let's leave this place first.
Yes.
God damn. Your Highness is hereby requested to return to the palace. The Emperor wishes to reminisce on days past. Get lost. Heh, Grey Knight. Her Highness has let a commoner like you live for far too long and rise too high.
General Patet, my older brother was nothing but generous to you.
Your Highness, affairs of sentiment only mean something to people of your age, and that filthy commoner beside you. Since you won't return with me, forgive me for being brusque. Hide behind me. You think you're tough shit.
Time for a buzz.
Let's settle this.
You think you're hot shit.
Destined for oblivion. I weep for the departed.
You are nothing to me.
It
Do
is
you
my
hear me?
fault.
Nothing!
Grey Knight, when I think about it, second sister isn't my mother's biological daughter, and they've never seen eye to eye. Once she ascends the throne, the authority of the Empress Dowager's clan will be greatly reduced. Which is why we should first escape to Kincherichi's state. That's the Empress Dowager's fiefdom. Second sister's soldiers are crawling the streets. Let's find a car and set off, and try not to alert these turncoats. Gosh, why'd you park the car so far away from the florist? Oh, wait. I think it was my terrible idea to drive less, walk more. Ah! No point blaming yourself now. Let's go.
Oh god, I have to sneak with her following me. This won't be too bad, actually.
What's that?
Grey Knight, you drive. Stay off the main roads and take a detour through the countryside to exit the city. They probably won't be able to set up stringent blockades so quickly.
What, no driving minigame? Later, the Empress Dowager rallied her army and overthrew my second sister's short-lived imperial rule.
I ascended the throne and became the Pupcha Empire's emperor.
In order to protect her young daughter, the Empress Dowager began ruling in her stead.
It was disheartening that when I was of age, the Empress Dowager passed away, and my extended family did not intend to return my imperial authority to me. My conflicts with the regents became intense, and our relations gradually soured. It was clear to me that I was fast losing my position as a puppet ruler. It was clear to me that they intended to kill me sooner or later.
General Duquette, I've known you since I was a babe in arms. You were so heroic back then, but now here you are, pathetically denying your own crimes. Your Majesty, even if you say that, I did not do it. Tax Collector Turian, he was an upright and moral official, yet you, Uncle, gave in to your vileness and burned their whole family of 49 to death. I have received more than one memorial for you to pay your blood debts, but you are my blood kin, and I have not the heart to execute you. If you confess your crimes on public broadcast and repent, I will only relinquish you of your duties and send you home. You were the one who killed them, didn't you? Such insolence! You committed mass murder and dare frame family for it? You're worse than a beast. General, do you remember? I was a puppet dancing in all your hands. How could I ever commit such a brutal deed? I know what you want. You want your power back. You just needed an excuse to purge the loyal servants who've toiled for you all these years. After my death, you will announce that the fiery tragedy was a result of consolidated authority among your relatives. Cat, please move. Cat, move. Cat, move. And then you will force the council to pass a vote to reinstate your imperial authority. I could tell when you were just a baby. You and your father, your elder brother and sister, you're all the same. All beasts of nature. Enough! Retainers, take him away. Calm down first. You repulsive tyrant, I will end you today. Retainers, take my uncle home. And then summon Lenamar. Understood. Summon Lenamar. A short while later, a young woman named Lenamar enters the throne room. She motions for the retainers to leave them, leaving just the two of them in the throne room. Lenamar, you've done well. Your Majesty has naught to do but command me. It is my utmost honor to serve your Majesty. I do not deserve any praise. Especially when your Majesty has even promised me that I would be the Empire's spy master. This is the fortune that my ancestors have bequeathed me. How could I not reward you for such an important mission? But I do have some words of criticism. You overdid it this time. Your Majesty's words ring true, and I reflect upon my acts as well. But forces of nature can't be controlled. Arson is something that is hard to grasp with precision. That is true. All right, enough of this upsetting talk. Let me raise a glass to you. Grey Knight, bring out the wine for her. She nonchalantly tips a vial into one of the glasses. You witness everything. Just pick any glass and bring it to her. The Emperor has decided to leave the decision to you. I do believe we are intended to bring her the poisoned wine. She nods her head. She agrees with your decision because she trusts you far more than anyone else in this world. A toast, Spy Master Lenamar. I thank you for your graces. Allow me, then. This wine is amazing. Over the next few months, I used the tax collector extermination as an excuse to eradicate the Empress Dowager's clansmen within and without the Imperial chambers. I traded 49 innocent lives to restore my own sovereignty. I thought that I would be safe if I just slayed my political enemies. But the more I slew, the more afraid I grew. I felt as if I had to kill more and more people who opposed my rule. Grey Knight, Grey Knight, Grey Knight! I have a matter to entrust to you. Come right now. Where is this? Her memories are muddled. Let's see where she's gone. You consorted with insurgents in a plot to overthrow my imperial rule. My punishment to you was fair. There are winners and losers in war. This is only fair, but please release my family, especially those children. They know nothing about politics, treason, or war. I don't want to do this either, of course, but can you guarantee that when they grow up, they won't hate the one who killed their father and attempt another coup? That's right. Even I cannot promise that.
God damn.
Grey Knight, I've been waiting for you for a while. Once again, the impoverished plot another insurgency, rallying together in an attempt to overthrow my rule. It's too important to leave to anyone else, so I'm entrusting you to handle this. Grey Knight, your chivalrous repute is known among the common folk. We don't wish to kill you. If you wish to abandon that villain, we would welcome a mighty warrior who fights for righteousness. But if you insist on being a tyrant's fangs, we do not fear death either. Leave, and I will pretend we never met. I understand. You do not wish to break your oath, but neither do you wish to harm the people. Thank you. I hope you will one day figure out where your true loyalty lies. Goodbye, Grey Knight. Grey Knight, where are you? Grey Knight! Get over here. There are plenty of matters I need you to handle. I can't do it all by myself. To have me eat ice cream first and then a roasted chicken later, I am very aware of your tricks. What do you mean? Using ice cream to numb my tongue so I would not be able to taste the poison on the meat. You think me a fool? I would never do that. The weather was blazing today and ice cream melts easily. That's why I advised you to eat the ice cream first. It wouldn't be tasty if it melted. Don't deny it. Retainers, take him away. Your Majesty, I've been wronged. I've been wronged. Girl. Grey Knight, you're finally here. Another batch of Imperial Guards has deserted. These guards have plenty of so-called evidence against me that they intend to use when they join the IPC. Intercept them for me. The IPC has no jurisdiction in the Pupsha Empire's affairs. I really don't think I'm saying that right. But maybe I am. I don't know. Grey Knight, I knew she would send you. You're different from her in that you can be reasoned with, which is why you should understand that we have to do this. Her rule must be ended, not just for the Imperial Guards, but for the entire Empire. Help me understand, Grey Knight. You fight for righteousness, but why would you wholeheartedly serve such a tyrant? She was not born cruel. Of course, certainly, no one is born a brutish beast, but to walk a tyrant's path, one does not need a cruel soul, just a weak heart. You wish to die for blind loyalty, or will you muster your courage and do the right thing for once? You should leave. Thank you, Grey Knight. You've made the right choice. Grey Knight, get over here quickly. You've toiled so long for me. I hope to reward you lavishly. She's gonna fucking kill me. Pass down my orders. Execute a saturation bombing on Pastrak City. Your Majesty, the uprising has been quelled. What in the world are you doing? 3 rebellions have occurred in that city within 5 years. You want me to believe that the insurgency has been quelled? Cease with your jesting. Your Majesty, Pastrak City may have been the insurgents' main base, but it does not belong to them. It belongs to the 4 million citizens who live there. I understand what you said, and I do not wish to do this either. But for the great empire, some brutal insurances are required. I hope you understand. But this isn't just some kind of insurance. You're just burning the forest for the trees. Enough! Since you love Pastrak that much, men, take this wizened thing up to the airspace of Pastrak and toss him out along with the bombs. Jesus. I know you didn't mean to conspire, but I am clear that if I simply release you, it will send a signal to others. I was merely using my own assets to provide relief to disaster victims. How's that wrong? The stellar winds this time were particularly intense, and disaster victims litter the Empire. While the whole Empire is suffering from a famine, only your hometown's victims received your kindness. How is this fair to the rest of the refugees? Is this really the time to discuss fairness? Your Majesty, every life saved is a precious one. I know that, but the famished common folk don't. They'll think I don't care for them, and that only you do. But I do care, I do. Which is why you can't be soothing relief with kindness. You must be the one who declares himself king of the hill as he prepares his army while the kingdom was weakened. This is why I must kill you. Don't you get it? Your Majesty, history will judge us all. Grey Knight, my most trusted one. I believe in no one but you. And this is how you repay me? You released those traitors. The traitorous army has almost reached this place. If it weren't for you, would they even have had a chance to rise again? I once thought that in this world there was at least one person I could trust. Oh my god. But it appears that I was too naive. Retainers, do it. When the revolutionaries barged into the palace, I had already packed my valuables and fled to Penacony. I asked the family to seal my past memories, for they brought me nothing but fear. In Penacony, I became a renowned, kind soul.
This haven of memories.
Jeez,
Every touch,
man.
every moment is like a thorned rose.
Bruh. Wait, what? Oh. So, you remember everything now? She dejectedly looks at you and suddenly starts bawling. Grey Knight. Grey Knight. I'm sorry. I'm truly sorry. I should not have killed you. I did not want to. Why would I have done those things? I am not the Grey Knight. I know you're not, but you two look so much alike. What are you crying about? As if you didn't do any of those things. Illivan, let her cry. We can wait until after she calms down. She finally quiets down after much sobbing, regaining her emperor-like elegance. Allow me to reintroduce myself. I am Swanga, executive leader of the Old Empire Dissolution Committee of the Poopsha Republic. I am his second in command, Illivan, executive vice leader of blah blah blah. We have come to take you back to stand trial. You have been charged with over 70 war crimes, 13.12 million murders, Jesus, 127... Forget it. They're too many. This is an arrest warrant. Take a look yourself. If I return with you, what will you do with me? What else can we do? A fair trial and lenient judgment. Be content with your lot, as your subjects have never had this chance. I feel that Penacony has certainly turned me back to my old self. A good person should be brave to face her former crimes and stoically accept punishment. I am willing to return with you. Good person. You've certainly got some imagination, and that's good. Grey Knight, I still have a question for you. I've done so much good in Penacony, and am now willing to return to my kingdom to face judgment. Will this atone for my sins? That's not for me to decide. You don't know? I do. It can't. Atonement? How do you intend to do that? You think the tens of millions you've butchered will find peace just because you've apparently made peace for your sins? You think evil will disappear with your death? All a person can do is pay the price, and you will pay for it. That much is enough. But don't think for a moment that your sins will be erased just because you've made peace. You are not worthy. Illifen is a little overboard, but he's right. Atonement is a fallacious concept in itself. No matter how much good you perform, your past evils and repercussions cannot be easily forgotten. That is true. Let's go. Thank you, Grey Knight. Thank you, Nameless. The three of you say your goodbyes and leave the dreamscape. You know that this is your final farewell to her. Fucking rip. Perhaps she's not really a devil by nature, but Illifen has a point. Even though she has turned over a new leaf, does it even matter to those who died by her hand? Maybe I'll be able to get an update on her life when I browse the network in the future. Yeah, that's... Yeah. Oh, I did that. I did do that. Alright, does that... Oh, so close. Come on. Okay, I'll pick one up from here. Alright. Let's do a couple of 10 pulls. Come on, Aventurine. Hey, Luca. Come on, Aventurine. Ah! Why? 69 left. Alright, let's do this. Also, okay. That is E5.
Nice.
Luca.
Let's go.
So, that is where we're gonna wrap this one up. I will see you all next time.